Welcome back. Here's the thing. Economics 101 did you very dirty. Did you so dirty. You learned all about supply and demand and market competition, but those rules that you learned apply very generally to markets in which competitors are roughly equivalent. And the reality is you have no equal. There is no one like you in the market. So if you are experiencing competition or feel like you're always in competition, it's not just something that comes with the territory of a healthy market necessarily. It's evidence that you're still playing in a tiny box defined by somebody else. Because the real crisis is not that competition actually exists. It's that the market perception is lumping you in with providers who are not actually on your level. Because let's be real. Coaching, service, consulting industries are flooded with people who got into this for the money without the skills and the transformational processes necessary to get their clients' results. So if you are somebody who is good at what you do, which if you're here, I know you are, the fact is you don't have competition like you think you have competition. There's a lot of noise in the market, but the problem is not that those other providers exist. It's that the market perception is lumping you in with them and they're not actually on your level at all. If you are excellent at what you do, you are probably wasting your CEO time and creative energy trying to stand out in the noise when you really don't need to. And that looks like constant comparison, forcing you to add more features or more access or more just to justify your high ticket pricing. It looks like doing more and more performance, more, dog and pony show for the sake of standing out on social media, which leads you to exhaustion and also feels fake. It feels inauthentic. It feels cheap for the quality of your work. It looks like constantly having to defend your $50K price point against a $5K option that your potential clients are perceiving as similar for a reason that's completely foreign to you because you know for a fact they're not even close to the same. And internally, then you start looking outward to see what you quote unquote should be doing in order to compete in the market when you really have no competition. It puts you in this comparison and attention cycle when the market is not properly categorizing you as the only one for your potential clients. That kind of performance is just exhausting and ineffective. If all you're doing is comparing yourself to competition that isn't even your competition to begin with, you're perpetuating this market perception that you should be lumped together with them when your clients are making buying decisions. It's kind of a chicken or the egg, and it's also a vicious cycle, meaning the more you try to compare yourself to these people who don't actually compare to you in an attempt to stand out, the more you perpetuate this feeling, this perception in the market that you are in that category. So if you want to stand out, you have to define a new box entirely where the old rules of comparison literally do not apply. So the ultimate high status category of one CEO move is not to prove that you're better than the competition, but to render them completely obsolete to your ideal client by defining a new category where you are the only non-negotiable option, where clients aren't even considering anybody else. They're not price shopping. They're not looking at, Coach A's program over here, Coach B's program over here. They want you. This is how you stop selling features and comparison. You start selling the ownership of your category. You control the language, the pricing, who considers you. You get the best clients who are ready to invest quickly. You get to stop being in convincing energy around your work and just let the people come to you. There's a difference between a leader and a follower, right? This seems obvious, but I think we don't recognize when we're engaging in follower behaviors, even when we are leaders in our industries, right? Because again, if you're here, you know you're freaking good at what you do. I have never, not once in my life, attracted somebody who was shitty at their thing. So if you are, because nothing about me and my energy invites people to make promises that they can't keep to their clients. Okay. So if you're here, that is not in question. But I think even if you are that person, there is a tendency to engage in follower behavior, even when you know that you are that leader in your industry. The follower operates within an existing box, right? A fitness coach, an online marketing mentor, a relationship coach, a life coach. they begin inside the confines of what exists in the marketplace already, which invites the comparison from the jump, which means that internally, and your clients are also doing this, you're constantly comparing features, right? My offer has 12 modules, theirs has 8. Mine includes 3 months of access, theirs has 5, theirs has 6. They get this many hours of my time, and that person's selling that many hours of their time. Clients then start debating the price. Why are you charging 10K more than them? You start thinking internally, why am I charging more than them? On the outside, these features look pretty similar. What makes me be able to charge $10,000 more than they do? And the follower's positioning is really always reactive to the market, right? They're always trying to catch up. They're always looking at what everybody else is doing, how many modules they're offering, what kind of offers are next, what kind of funnel are they running, what kind of marketing are they doing? And it's always reactive. You're constantly trying to catch up with what everybody else in your industry is doing because of the perception that you have that your clients may be going somewhere else because they're comparing you to somebody else. Let me use a quick hypothetical to show you the difference between follower energy and leader energy in the same industry so you can get what I'm saying. Coach A, let's call her Ashley. If your name is Ashley, that is a random name that starts with A. Coach Ashley is the follower. Let's say she's a conventional weight loss coach. Okay, Coach Ashley. She attracts clients who want to lose 20 pounds. Her offers are structured by time and access, meaning she has a 90-day shred program, which includes weekly check-ins and meal plans. She also has a long-term 6-month program that includes same weekly check-ins, meal plans, and they get some private coaching along with it. Because she is in follower energy, when she both markets her offers and creates the offers, and because she started out in that weight loss coach box, she's forced to compete with other weight loss coaches on labor and features. So the clients are looking at everybody, and inevitably they ask, well, I've tried a 90-day plan before. How is yours any different? Does that sound familiar? Or even worse, a potential client thinks all of the 90-day plans are roughly the same, so they don't choose based on who's going to get them the best results because they can't tell. They choose based on how much they like the coach, how the coach looks, if we're talking about weight loss, the price of the offer. It's completely based on arbitrary preference, by the way, not merit or results. So Coach Ashley is in a chicken or the egg self-perpetuating scenario where she has to compete with every other weight loss coach on the market because she started out in that box and all of her clients are potentially comparing her to every other weight loss option in the market. And also, by the way, Ozempic. So all of her marketing now has to focus on distinguishing herself from the box that she started in. Coach B, Betty, let's say Coach Betty, is a leader. She's what we're going to call a category designer. Coach B is also focused on helping high achievers manage their weight. But she realized that the real block wasn't the fitness plan itself. What was keeping her clients from getting results was energy management. It was the structural problem of managing their energy across high-stress careers that was blocking their implementation. So she wasn't creating a better fitness plan. She was creating a better environment in which to implement the plan, which meant that more of her clients got results and more of her clients got better results. This is like when Henry Ford said, if I had asked the customer what they wanted, they would have said faster horses. If Coach Betty had asked her clients what they wanted, they would have said more workout programs, more recipes, more check-ins, more meal plans. But she took a look at her clients and said, what's actually blocking you is your energy management is all over the place. And that's why you can't implement, and that's why you're not getting results with every other 90-day program. So she designs her offer around what she calls her capacity system. That's her unique IP. And her offer structure now is built in the best interest of the client's results, not within the confines of packages that already exist in the market. Maybe she uses a unique system for real-time check-ins because everybody's capacity and timing and energy management is going to be different. Maybe she has a proprietary app that utilizes AI to create her clients' customized schedules, complete with alarms and calendar events to actually help them implement the energy management of the capacity system. So now what is Coach Betty selling? She's selling a proven proprietary system designed to achieve permanent energy mastery in 90 days, which unlocks her client's main block to achieving the results they originally came to her for in the first place, which is weight loss. So what does that do? Does anybody have an idea of who's going to get more sales and who's going to be able to charge higher prices and whose clients are going to get better results? The client's question to Coach Betty is never, how are you different from the other 90-day programs? That's not even crossing their mind. It's how quickly can I see results within your capacity system? The moment Coach Betty completely recategorizes her unique methodology and structure, Coach Ashley's system instantly feels outdated and less effective. If you're comparing the two, who feels like they're behind the times? Coach Ashley feels like she is falling behind. You become the only option when you design your category like this because nobody is doing it like you do. The competition becomes completely obsolete because they're no longer in the same conversation. One person, Coach Ashley, is selling time and meal plans, and the other, Coach Betty, is selling inevitable results via a proprietary methodology. Coach Betty can charge more. Coach Betty has an easier time selling her program. Coach Betty is never compared to every other weight loss coach in her industry because she's selling certainty and results. She's not selling meal plans and workouts and check-ins. The leader doesn't compete, they define. They create the language and then dictate the value of the solution. And there's premium buyer psychology behind this. Your premium buyer is not wanting to shop around. They want quick, they want fast, they want certain, they want inevitable. They're not looking for the best option among many options. They are looking for the only guaranteed option. They pay for speed and certainty. It eliminates anxiety for them. They don't have time to be shopping around. It eliminates delay over the number of choices they have. When you define and create a category, you eliminate their agonizing choice process. When you define your category, your clients don't have to compare you to 5 other people. They only have to decide if they want your thing, if they want the solution that you created. Through your content, then, what you do, sneaky but not manipulative, is you change their language around how they talk about the problem that you solve. This is how you guarantee market ownership. You define a new term for the client's pain or your unique solution, like Coach Betty's capacity system. And then your content becomes the vehicle that installs that new vocabulary into their lexicon, into their mind. You're teaching them how to think about the problem and giving them your language to use. And when they use your language to define their problem, they're automatically locked into your solution because you own it. This is why trademarks are important, by the way. You own the IP and the system to solve the problem as you have defined it and now as they are speaking about it. Category design allows you to sell inevitable certainty and nothing else because you are the source. When the client recognizes their problem as a capacity problem and no other weight loss coach is talking about capacity and energy management, it becomes real easy for Coach Betty to sell to that person, right? Because nobody else is talking about it. And nobody else can talk about it because Coach Betty trademarked the capacity system. Ultimately, you end up selling a movement and not a service. A high-status, elite, premium brand is not just a business, it's a movement. You have accomplices, not customers. And this is achieved with unparalleled, unshakable conviction in your mission. That conviction is what attracts people who want to be part of your movement. And it has nothing to do with manipulation and everything to do with conviction and the structure you build to support it. And the power of obsession and being completely obsessed with your mission and what you're here to do is something most people don't want to talk about because it gets into cult leader territory and it feels icky to want to exert that sort of influence over people. But we're going to talk about it and we're going to leverage it. Your obsession with your mission, like my mission of good people, especially women, becoming wealthy, not just cash in the bank, but having generational level resources and having access to more power and influence. Your obsession with your mission has to be so potent that it becomes a magnetic force, almost cult-like status. But you're like a good cult leader. You're on a mission. The client then is no longer paying for a service. They're investing in their seat at the table of your movement. They're drawn to the ideology and to you as the leader of it. This is the highest, most unadulterated form of selling from overflow. because you're selling belief and identity, not labor or features. Sales becomes so much easier when you do this because you're not selling yourself as the best one out of a group of competitors. The power of certainty and obsession and mission is how you create one post and have multiple people in your DMs asking, how do I work with you? Why? Because it can't be manufactured. It's real. It's genuine. While everyone else in your industry is a follower and is using AI to come up with the perfect combination of words to get people to buy, people will feel your obsession through the screen and they'll choose you every time. If you still have competition or feel like you're competing, you're playing a game that you did not design yourself. You have to stop competing on features and start defining the field. The moment you define your entire category, you stop fighting for clients and start commanding attention. This level of strategic definition requires really deep internal work and intentional high-level design of your business, your brand, your movement, the kind of work that happens only in certain high-capacity environments. So if you are ready to define your category and make your competition completely obsolete, make sales easier, have clients coming to you every single day, rabid, frothing to work with you, the next step is to submit your application for the Unrelatable Mastermind. The link for the Unrelatable Mastermind is in the show notes. If you are watching live on Instagram, DM me the word mastermind and I will send you the details and the link to apply. I loved this one so much, guys. Thank you so much for watching. You're already an action taker. You've got the strategy, you've got the drive. But to hit 7 figures and beyond, you don't just need more information, you need the right room. The Unrelatable Mastermind is that room. This is my exclusive year-long private and mastermind space designed for leaders like you who are ready to stop proving and start winning. We're not just a group, we're a curated inner circle of high-achieving coaches and service providers who are dedicated to creating unrelatable lives and unrelatable results, scaling to 7 figures and beyond. This space is where we get to the heart of getting you to your next level. You're not just another number, you're a partner. My clients inside Unrelatable get direct private access to me on demand. You can book private calls with me. We have twice monthly group coaching calls, 2 retreats per year, and even a dedicated monthly mindset call and daily mindset support with a licensed therapist. This partnership between you, me, and a highly exclusive, curated group of your peers is your ticket to your next level. The applications for Unrelatable are open now, but they won't be open forever. Apply right now to lock in the best rate the space will ever be offered at. And as a bonus, you'll get 2 private one-on-one intensives with me to kick off your time in the space and build a concrete action plan for your journey to 7 figures. Head to the show notes and click the link to apply, or head to donatawhite.com/unrelatable. I'm so excited to see you inside.